Good evening, Blackhawk family. It's September 30th, 2020, and it's late on a Wednesday, so it still counts. Just a quick story to tell you about an interaction with a student I had today. The student was talking about an interaction that they had at school with someone who had given someone that they care about some information that they found inconvenient. And so this information that they found inconvenient led them to diagnose the person that they were talking about that they were not very good at their job because they didn't like what they had to say. And I felt like the world slowed down in that moment, and I thought to myself, like, this is it. This is what's going on in our society these days. We had a presidential debate last night, and a lot of people asked me about it today. I didn't watch it. I watched like 30 seconds of it, and it was exactly what I thought it would be. And a lot of people today, all across the spectrum, like, their minds weren't changed at all, because we are in a place as a society where if something that I see that I'm actually experiencing doesn't align with my preconceived notions, I'll just push it to the side and say, I'll make excuses, or I'll act like it didn't happen, or whatever the case might be. And I just think that that's really dangerous. And I don't want to live that way. And I don't want the people in my life to live that way. I think we need to be confronted with inconvenient truths all the time. And I think that the people in my life that tell me things maybe that I don't want to hear, but that I need to hear, are the most important things. That's what real friendship is about. For example, in the Old Testament, the nation of Israel, which was then divided into Israel and Judah, when the kings rose up in those nations, the prophets rose up alongside the kings to speak truth to them and to tell them hard, true things. That really is a good definition of what a prophet is somebody who says hard, true things. And they killed the prophets. Jesus says that you always kill the prophets. Like, they didn't want to hear what they had to say. And friends, we're at a moment in our culture where it seems to me like we're in this place where I just won't hear anything that doesn't align with my preconceived notions. And I would just implore you that from the earliest chapters of the New Testament, Jesus describes himself, and those that knew him best describe him as the truth. And there's a way to know what's true. We can find good sources that give accurate information, and sometimes that information doesn't align with maybe what I would like to be true. But in that moment, that's an opportunity, and we miss it. And I just think that's really dangerous. The study of knowledge is called epistemology. The Greek word for to know things is episteme. So we just, like a lot of our English words, we just took the word and we borrowed it and we made it that. The study of knowledge is epistemology. And we're having an epistemological crisis as a country. And it's a bad time to have that. You know, we're facing real challenges on a whole bunch of fronts, and we just really need to surrender to what is true. And there's a way to know it. Man, it's hard though. It's hard these days, but I believe there is a way. I have to believe there's a way to know it. So friends, I just would implore you, when it comes to things that you're confronted with that maybe are inconvenient to you personally, or to your political convictions, or to some held notion that you have, I think it's really important to be challenged. And that's how we grow. we don't grow if we constantly only ever reinforce ourselves with things that we would maybe like to be true. And the importance of, not being deluded, to be deliberately, I'm giving in to what is quite obviously false. So I would just say, from the Old Testament and the ministry of the prophets, and the New Testament from the example and the very character of our Savior, Jesus, that Christians above all people should be very committed to what is right, what is true. And what is true can be known and can be found. And truth, of course, is a person. And Christians need to be truthful people of the truth. So may it be so for us in our search for truth. Friends, be kind, be patient, be gentle with each other. It's really important now more than ever in a season of great uncertainty to be as kind and patient and gentle as we can. I hope to see you soon. And I'm grateful, again, the truth can be known and the truth is a person.